Hello everyone, my name is Swanee, and thank you for stopping by and checking out my channel. Now, there's quite a bit of new information to go over for Helldivers 2 today. It has been a pretty busy weekend for Helldivers 2, well, if you could actually get in, that is. Because I'm sure at some point over the weekend, if you tried to play, you most definitely got this image where it says servers are at capacity. I myself tried for 6 hours to try to get in to play just a single match, and I was unable to do so. That's how busy some of these servers were, which we're going to get into. So for starters, they broke their own record again, and they have an all-time peak of 409,367 players, which is absolutely crazy because with those numbers, that puts them ahead of Grand Theft Auto 5's all-time peak and Destiny 2, which is pretty nuts to think about. And if we take a look at the other side of things, if you go over to the PlayStation Store, they have become the #1 top-selling game on the PlayStation Store, beating out Fortnite and Call of Duty, which I have to say is pretty impressive considering Fortnite is, well, you know, Fortnite, and it's free, and of course Call of Duty always sells a lot, so, you know, this is pretty impressive. So it's definitely no easy feat to become the #1 game on the PlayStation Store. And because of the crazy influx of players over the weekend, the developers posted this on Discord. They said earlier tonight we had several related issues with a concurrent player spike. This led to some mission payouts failing, some players being kicked to their ships or being logged out. Our team is working around the clock to solve these issues. While we've been able to mitigate some of these causes, we're still struggling to keep up with the scaling that is needed to accommodate all of our Helldivers. Therefore, we've had to cap our concurrent players to around 450,000 to further improve stability. We will continue to work with our partners to get the ceiling raised. If you have progression-related issues, please restart the game in order for things to sync back up. Thank you for continued patience. So over the weekend, they had to put a cap to the servers to 450,000 players, which led to even more issues. Because if we take a look at this tweet, the CEO actually talked about there being over 500,000 players at their peak. We have this tweet, the Helldivers CEO has confirmed there has been over 500,000 people playing Helldivers 2 at one time. So he says, yeah, the CCU in-game hovered around 500,000 at peak. And then the CEO replied to this tweet saying, yeah, but it's our hard cap until we manage to fix our servers. Anything beyond that brings the system down. So obviously these servers were at their absolute limit. They couldn't allow any more players in, or it was just going to bring everything crashing down, which is just crazy to believe. So this actually puts Helldivers 2 in the unique situation where they're failing from success. A lot of the player base isn't very happy that they just spend money to buy this game, took time off from work, or just had a break from work over the weekend, finally got the chance to play the game, and then they weren't able to play because of the servers. So obviously people aren't very happy. There are tons of memes popping up all over Reddit and Twitter. For example, we have this one where the CEO responded. They said, when you offer double XP to apologize for your servers overloading, but it just causes people to overload your servers even more. And then he says, yeah, in retrospect, this was maybe not the best idea, #my fault. So it was kind of a catch-22 where they need to fix the servers and they want to apologize for the servers being overloaded, but they offered an award that made people want to play the game more, and, you know, we just ended up with this problem where there was just so many people that they couldn't handle it. And he's been joking around on Twitter with people. You know, a lot of people are like, hey, why are you on Twitter? Why aren't you just fixing the servers? And, you know, they've been poking fun. Like this person said, yes, press the button that says fix it and it's done. And he says, oh, the button. I'd completely forgotten about that one as well. Imagine how many players we could have online if I had remembered it. On a serious note, we are working our asses off to ensure we get this resolved ASAP. Then we have this tweet. It says, get in touch with Microsoft, bring Helldivers 2 to Xbox, and enjoy limitless server capacity in exchange. Weird that Sony didn't come in clutch yet. And then he responded saying, it's not a matter of money or buying more servers, it's a matter of labor. We need to optimize the back-end code. We are hitting some real limits. So, you know, it's not as simple as, hey, just go out and buy more servers. It's an actual coding problem built into the game where, you know, it just can't handle this many players. And you have a lot of people on both sides. You know, you have people defending it, you have people just angry about it, and I'm more of the side of kind of defending it. I mean, this is a small studio. They've never had anything remotely close to this many players playing their games at one time. So they went from just being a small studio to suddenly they're breaking records and they're having more players than the all-time peak for Grand Theft Auto and Destiny 2 on Steam. Like, they went from 0 to 100 very quickly. So I can't really blame them too much. Like, yeah, it does suck that the servers are down for the weekend, but having this much success is only going to be a good thing going forward. So obviously it's going to be a little bumpy start, but with them bringing in this much money, that's only going to mean that we get more content, more weapons, more things to do, more missions and stuff going forward. So it may suck now, but it is going to get better. But one of the reasons that the servers were so overwhelmed over the weekend is because people were just leaving their game up all night so that they wouldn't have to wait in a queue for the next time they wanted to play the game, which was causing the servers to be completely backed up and no one was able to play the game because you had just thousands and thousands of people going AFK. For example, if you look at this post from Reddit, it's just a screenshot of a bunch of different people saying, yeah, me and my friends have been logged in for like 40 hours, or I went to bed and I just haven't logged off in 3 days. Because there's no AFK timer, so you have people just sitting in their ship waiting until they get off work or they wake up in the morning, and because of that, no new players can log in and play the game. And this, of course, has already been brought to their attention. We have this tweet, it says, please add an AFK auto kick. People are leaving the game on all day. It's definitely causing issues for people to actually get in. And then the CEO of the company says, agreed, I have already mentioned this to the team. So they are already aware of this. This is brought to their attention. And if they implement an AFK kick, that should help with a lot of the server problems. And because of all these server issues, they posted an update in Discord today for the community. They said, hello there, Helldivers. We have improvements rolling out this week focused on the most serious problems in the game, login, matchmaking, and server load. You will see one update for PC and PS5 tomorrow, which is going to be on February 20th. Though please keep in mind that no signal update will resolve the issues. Rather, we will be making continuous improvements over the days and weeks to come. We're all working hard to make sure the game is a stable place to spread managed democracy to every planet in the galaxy. Thank you as always. So do expect a small update to go out on February 20th to hopefully fix some of these server problems. And then the final thing I want to go over in today's video is kind of the state of the game's microtransactions. We have this tweet from IGN that the CEO responded to. It says, the boss of Helldivers 2's developer has insisted the game is not pay to win. And he responded saying, I stand by it. I think the games industry needs a middle ground between pay to win cosmetics and pay to get stuff that is more or less powerful but mechanically different. P2GSTIMOLAPMD doesn't roll off the tongue though, as you can always play and unlock it, and I mean for real, which I can really appreciate. In modern gaming, they recently made the push to make all video games $70, and with these $70 games, we still have $20 microtransactions, which is crazy. Like games like Diablo 4, or more recently like Skull and Bones, they charge you $70, but then they still ask you to buy the $20 battle pass, or like Call of Duty. It's not enough that you spent full price, you have to buy the battle pass, and if you want to buy individual skins, it's $20 on top of that. So $70 for the game, and then $20 to buy one outfit for your character, or even more depending on the game, like Diablo 4 where they're asking for like $60 for a horse. It's crazy. So it's been such a breath of fresh air so far in 2024, with games like Palworld being $30, Helldivers 2 being $40, and the microtransactions in Helldivers 2 are really reasonable compared to most games. I mean, to buy a couple outfits that are pretty cool looking in Helldivers 2, it's like $2 to $5. So I dropped $20 to get some of the cosmetic currency, and I bought a couple outfits to support the game. You know, if you're going to respect my time and my money as a player, then I'm going to give you my time and money to help support you. I will never drop $20 for one skin in a $70 game, but I will drop $20 to get 5 skins. It's as simple as that. Like, these big companies are just relying on whales to drop money left and right. But if you just treat players with respect and give us our money's worth, we'd be more likely to spend money. I don't get why companies are just trying to nickel and dime every single thing. If you make the prices reasonable, people will be more likely to spend money. And down the road, if there's even more cool outfits, I might drop another $20. Who knows? I mean, as long as they keep the content rolling and they respect my time and my money, I will continue to support them. And I think that's how it should be in a live service game. So I just wanted to bring that up real quick. You know, I really appreciate what they're doing, and I like that this game is fairly priced and it's really fun. And I really appreciate that in modern gaming. And hopefully other companies will see this model and try to replicate it. But that is going to do it for everything in today's video. For all things Helldivers 2, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications. And if you guys enjoyed this video, then make sure to give it a thumbs up because it helps me out in the algorithm. And that is going to do it for today's video, guys, and I will talk to you all next time.